Welcome to Take 5 with Hunter Lott. Ready or not, the virtual workforce is here. Let's take some time to look at some of the obstacles we need to overcome to be successful. First, silence. Communicate, communicate, communicate. I mean, does this sound like HR or what? Now, given the crisis we're in, silence. If there is silence from the management team, silence from the supervisor, employees tend to fill silence with the negative. It's kind of human nature. So with all the noise, the radio, TV, all the internet, Twitter, with all this noise, silence is our enemy here. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Daily communication every day. Every day. If you can do it the same time every day, that kind of helps. And as we get deeper into this, we may be phasing this to every other day, but I got to have communication here. You may set up channels, different types of communication, set up a water cooler kind of channel. This is where maybe a Slack community where they could talk about, okay, where are you getting masks? Are you making masks? Where do you get eggs? You know, how are the kids doing? Just a water cooler channel. Of course, you have business email. You'll have your daily meetings, and then anything urgent, you'll have texting. 10% of the real meaning comes from words. The rest is voice tone, body language. Certain virtual, you get some sense of tone and body language, but confirm that everybody's on the same page. Over communicate. Uncertainty. Stay positive. Try to tap in on some of these good news channels. If you haven't seen John Krasinski do his thing on some good news, SGN, in all this kind of struggle that we're going through, just 10, 15 minutes of how people are rising to the occasion, how it's bringing out the best in a lot of us can be helpful. Stay focused. Safety is typically number one on compliance, but now top of mind, the health and safety of my employees. Stay factual. There will be lots of time on the other end of this to assess, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to do, what can we do better? There are going to be mistakes. Face your mistakes head on. Zoom's been a wonderful format. But the security issue has popped up, and I saw the CEO acknowledge, yes, we know we've got an issue with security and we're going to fix it. Have a plan. Look, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but based on where we are now, as a leadership team, as a company, this is our plan, and share your plan. Line of sight. One of the frustrations and the pushback, I'm not going virtual. Work from home? Heck no. All they'll be doing is playing with the dog. Well, certainly if you didn't trust your employee when you could see them, line of sight management, it's not going to be any better now. Trust that the assignments are getting done. Communicate expectations, over communicate, hold them accountable, and focus on the what. Not as much on the how. Employees have been complaining for a long time about micromanagement. It's a little harder to micromanagement virtually. Focus on the what. Let them figure the how. You're going to be surprised, I think, how creative employees can be to get results. Look, there's going to be HR on the other side of this. We don't know exactly when or how that's going to look. I can't help but think that this virtual format will be something that will be long-term, not just during this crisis. As you go to analyze who stepped up, who didn't, remember, employees are going to remember how they were treated through this crisis. And employers, decision makers, we're going to remember too the employees that stepped up, the quiet heroes. We go to evaluate the future workforce and who we want to go forward with. Simple question here. Knowing what you know now, would you enthusiastically rehire this employee? Look, we're on this together. Go to askhunterlot.com. Sign up for a free handbook review. My master's thesis was in handbook language. I know it sounds nerdy, but actually it's entertaining. The stuff y'all put in your handbook is laugh out loud funny. I'd be happy to take a look at it and send back my snarky comments. So go askhunterlot.com and sign up for the free handbook review. Thanks for listening and watching today. We will see you next time.